Good, beautiful Wednesday evening, everyone. Welcome to Garden State Weather Premium on YouTube, Garden State Weather and Garden State Weather Forecast on Facebook, and Garden State WX on Twitter when available. This is the evening video forecast discussion for this beautiful Wednesday, the halfway mark here of March the 16th, 2022. And I'm your meteorologist, Robert Smith, and well, we're taking a look at the composite radar off of NIXED weather.cod.edu site here, and we've got this upper closed low here over the southeastern states here, the Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia here, and we've got a west to east flow across the country on top of this, over the top of this, and this upper level low is going to lift up and become open, but it's going to bring rain to the New York City area for the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and especially right along the coast. We're going to get into all of this in just a moment. Meanwhile, out west, we have a trough digging in with multiple short waves in this flow here, and we just get into the water vapor channel here, overlaid with the 500 millibar pattern here. We can definitely see warm air advection starting. This is at the top of the 500 millibar level here, so this storm system here is going to open up and provide us with some rain, especially in the New Jersey, New York City area. We can already see the high clouds in the water vapor channel beginning to build up. If we took a look at visible, again, had a beautiful sunny day today, lots of sinking air, dry air around, and that sinking warm air provided for warm temperatures. We'll get into that in just a moment too. Wanted to take this off, product overlays, get off of the RAP meso analysis, and let's do the mean sea level pressure here. So high pressure is off of the northern New England coast now, and that's providing the surface winds, or the wind vectors, to come in from off the ocean. So it's getting quite chilly this evening with that southeast wind coming in from off the ocean. So between this storm here and the southeast wind coming in from off the ocean, that means water vapor channel is already going to start increasing, and the winds are going to start increasing, and the cooling with the rain coming in is going to happen as well. When we look at the streamlines, we can see this very nicely. Other thing I wanted to look at, hold on one second here, let's dial this back over here. Here's the latest Doppler radar with the upper level low here over Alabama, and some rain getting into the Carolinas right now and into Virginia, and the winds all coming in from off of the ocean around the high here off the New England coast. Temperatures dropping down now into the 40s across New Jersey, and some 50s and lower 60s here in the northern mid-Atlantic states here, as quite a few areas of showers and thunderstorms associated with this upper level low and surface wave here, especially as we get into and offshore the Carolinas and well, Florida as well, where they've seen quite a lot of rain, and some watch boxes too. We have these watch boxes, severe thunderstorm watch boxes, until for in east to central Florida, Brevard, Indian, River Lake, Okeechobee, Orange, Osceola, Seminole, St. Lucie, and Volusia. And this continues now. Severe thunderstorm watch 47 remains valid until 8 p.m. this evening for these areas. Getting back into New Jersey, northern mid-Atlantic area right now, we have basically clear skies overhead, and 53 degrees here at the Weather Center, 55 in New Brunswick at the Rutgers University Meteorology Program. And the winds are all out of the east-southeast now at about 6 to 14 miles an hour, and they're beginning to freshen up quite nicely. It's getting quite breezy out there. Right now, our chillier spots are Harvey Cedars by the water with that southeast wind at 47, Little Lake Harbor at 48, Seagirt 48, Seaside Heights 49, and Wall Township at 50. And that's because the winds are all coming in from off the chillier water this evening. But we had warm temperatures in these areas this afternoon. We'll get into that in just a moment, but they were still chillier than the inland areas. Right now at Stewartsville at 64, Pensauken 62, West Deptford at 62, also at Cherry Hill and Walpack. Let us take a look at the rest of the current temperatures around the region at 7:05 this evening. They range anywhere from 56 at high point up down to 53 in Vernon Township, still about 53 here in Parsippany, but that's come down quite substantially. Winds coming in from off the ocean right around Seagirt now at about 48, 49 in Seaside Heights, 47 here at Harvey Cedars. So definitely cooler right along the immediate coast where our water temperatures are naturally still cool at this time of the year. And we're still driving our temperatures into the upper 50s and low 60s here in the Delmarva area and the I-95 Turnpike here. Absolutely. Maximum temperatures this afternoon. Quite nice. Under sinking air, 65 at High Point, 67 in Parsippany. An absolutely stellar day, if you ask me. In fact, in my personal opinion, it's the first or best day of the year thus far weather-wise. Temperatures were a bit chillier right along the Barrier Strand Islands as that southeast wind took hold this afternoon. Once again, the water vapor channel starting to thicken up here across Pennsylvania as spokes of vorticity maximum work their way up the coastline, and the west flow from aloft just continues to blow the moisture content into the area from aloft and also from off the ocean. Obviously, it's where it's after sunset now. Infrared color satellite imagery shows those pockets of cooler air arriving here with a cloud cover here over Pennsylvania into northwestern New Jersey. Most areas are still fairly clear here this evening, but that's all going to begin to fill in. This coming in from the National Weather Service. This is the rainfall forecast here for St. Patrick's Day on Thursday, March 17th. That's tomorrow. I'm quite Irish, by the way. Rainy days and Thursdays. Rain is forecast to spread up from the southwest and southerly tonight. Rain expected through the day on Thursday. Unfortunately, even in New York City for the St. Patrick's Day parade, it could be pretty wet around here. And the rain should pull away to our northeast and east again on Thursday evening. And by the way, Friday is just going to be spectacular. But we're looking at rainfall amounts here probably in the ½ to 1 inch range here. Along especially from 476 and the I-95 corridor here from Trenton down through Philadelphia and Vineland and Wilmington. This includes the coastlines now from Bethany all the way up to Cape May, Atlantic City, Toms River, Asbury Park, and, well, this graphic isn't getting, this is from Philadelphia, so it's not going to show New York City, and we'll try to get into that in a second. Looking at this from earthnullschool.net, off the 500 millibar heights here from the GFS NCEP U.S. National Weather Service model here. Here's our upper low over the southeast at 500 millibars. 250 millibars, it's up towards getting into the Ohio River Valley area right now. And at 700 millibars, it's still stuck here over the southeast. And of course, the 850 millibar is going to be somewhere down in here in Georgia and Alabama here. And the surface reflection is quite benign. Can't really see it too much, but here's the center of the low pressure right now in Georgia and Alabama here, getting into this area and then eventually building up into the northern mid-Atlantic states. Quite a lot of troughiness here and short waves in the polar vortex here with our polar vortex in our western trough here across the western United States. And if we went further out here and zoned in on this at the surface here, there's a lot of disturbances here out over the Pacific as well. Speaking about our polar vortex here at the 10 millibar level here, it is stretched with one center here over the Arctic here, right over the area where the polar vortex Arctic vortex or polar vortex should be located, and the stretching in the second lobe here over Russia and the Ukraine, and this is not looking well. Actually, this is not true too, but well, it is actually. And here is our big stratospheric warming event at 10 millibars here on both sides of the pole here. Trying to stretch the polar vortex right now at 70 millibars. It's stretched. And again, all of this is on the other side of the pole. Even if we have this lobe here, which is stretched out here over Russia, provinces here in the UK, it's still in the wrong position because everything underneath it is not. So, this is going to consolidate, but it does show you that this warming event here, even at 70 millibars, and if we get down to 250 millibars here, you can kind of see the same kind of thing going on here. And, we got some tropical branch here, cutoff low here, which is showing up in the subtropical jet, and also the polar jet here. But it's a time of the year where everything is going to start lifting up, and even these disturbances at the jet stream level, when you get back up to 70 millibars in the stratosphere, then you go back down to 250 millibars in the jet stream structure, it's a very busy pattern that we're going through. This is March, and this is our wind profiles here in both jet streams, the polar and subtropical jet here with a cutoff low here. In the southeast and Tennessee and Mississippi River Valley area. 500 millibars, same kind of thing. West to east flow over the top of this closed low here. There's a lot of rain that has fallen in this area. We'll get into that in just a moment. And then at 700 millibars, well, there you go. Same kind of configuration. Busy pattern as March would have it. Southeastern states have seen plenty of rain over the last 72 hours, ending as of 8 a.m. this morning, and obviously it's still raining, but it's probably going to show reports better than 1 to 1.5 inches here in portions of northern Florida, and even southern Florida has seen rain over the past 72 hours. 24-hour analysis here showing quite similar situation here. High temperatures around the region for this Wednesday again in the upper 60s, mid to upper 60s. Maybe a few spots didn't make it here to around 70. Tomorrow with the rain and clouds and onshore wind, it's going to be in the 50s. That's a change of about 20 degrees, 10 degrees actually. If we looked at the daily temperature anomaly, today we were about 17 to 20 degrees above normal over the interior, some 14, 15, 16 degrees here along the coast with a southeast wind. But by tomorrow, it's still going to be above normal, but it's going to be a lot less than it was today. So some 10 to 15 degrees cooler, but still above normal. Friday is just going to soar around here, and we want to get back to the daily temperature. So for tomorrow, temperature is going to be in the low to mid 50s with rain in the New York City metropolitan area right along the coast here as that upper low and surface feature make its way through the area. And let's do Friday. This is what everyone's looking forward to. And the temperatures are going to be cooler along the south shore and east ends of Long Island with an onshore flow. So temperatures will be in the 60s, but that's still well above normal for this time of the year. Temperatures over the inland areas away from the coast into the low and mid 70s. I'm going to have to check for records, but I don't think we have any. Maybe 1 or 2, but not in the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. And then temperatures on Saturday back down or up actually into the 60s. It'll be a little cooler in spots in the Hudson River Valley area into Connecticut. Maybe a backdoor cold front here. Possible. Yeah, this looks like a backdoor cold front here. And then temperatures basically in the mid and upper 60s central and south here through the Delmarva. And then as that next disturbance, that rain event from Saturday comes through, temperatures really drop down back into the 50s again in most areas. And this is still above normal for this time of the year. So, and then temperatures start rebounding again back into the 60s over the inland areas, upper 50s over the highland areas of the Poconos, southeastern New York, Hudson Valley area, Connecticut, Long Island, normally being cooled at this time of the year. That's nothing new, and this trend continues into Tuesday as well. Now, when we look at the temperature anomalies from today, they're high, okay, and they're a lot less tomorrow, but they're still warmer than normal. Temperatures really soar. Like, look at Thursday with the rain on St. Patrick's Day, and then look at Friday. Temperatures are like 20 to 26 degrees above normal. Crazy. But that wind and that cooling from off the ocean could even affect the coastal areas much greater, but still, no one's complaining about this. These are still above normal temperatures by some 17 to 20 degrees right along the immediate coast. As we get into Saturday, temperatures are still above normal by 11 to 17 degrees. Have to get back into Pennsylvania here and down through the Virginias here and Maryland and Washington, D.C., where you're still seeing temperature averages about 17 to 20 degrees in spots above normal. And then on Sunday, it's still above normal, but it's chilled out quite a bit from Saturday. And then as we head into Monday, still above normal for this time of the year, about 10 to 12 degrees on average above normal. And on Tuesday, finally, we're still above average. So we're going through spring right now, and probably want to do the Northeast to see if we have any records here, record highs. Okay, so not looking at any record highs for today. Let's see if we can get to Thursday, which is tomorrow, St. Patrick's Day. Not looking at any record high temperatures here with that rain. There's a chance of Philadelphia or somebody here reaching or surpassing their record on Thursday, on Friday actually, but everybody else, even though that it's warm, there's no records here in the New Jersey, New York City, northern New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, and I don't see any records here, record high temperatures going forward into the next 7 days. Just want to focus on the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area as we get into the next 60 hours here. Okay. And here comes the rain showers coming in for St. Patrick's Day, scattered about with vorticity maximums all over the place. So this is scattered showers here as we get into the overnight tonight and to early tomorrow morning. And there could be some heavier downpours near the parade time here in New York City in Central Park, in New York City actually for St. Patrick's Day parade, but it doesn't really look like a washout. And then, of course, we haven't even gotten into Saturday yet, but, we just wanted to focus on this. So total QPF here over the next 59 hours or 60 hours, into the New York City area here, about 1/2 inch of rain along the coast here into New York City. Let's take a look at the HRR, which is coming in for the same time frame, and see where we are. So the HRR is saying that there's going to be heavier rain here in the New York City metropolitan area through Friday afternoon, but what makes the difference between the parade that's going on, 1/2 inch, it's going to be raining, okay? And maybe we should look at the reflectivity here. Yeah, from the HRR model, and here comes the rain into New York City and the coast, and Trenton and Philadelphia and Wilmington and Dover, Delaware and south. And it's going to come in pulses, but that's not going to stop the New York City St. Patrick's Day parade. Unfortunately, it's going to be wet. But it's not really going to be a problem when it comes to the temperatures. It'll be chilly, okay? And as we get into this on Thursday, at 4 a.m., we're back into the 40s here in the New York City area. We're riding above the 50-degree mark here by 3 p.m., but it's going to be chilly around the parade area in New York City tomorrow. So just be aware and plan to bring an umbrella and a warm coat with you. You know the winds in New York City, right? You do. I hope you do.